Imagine a city that rose from its own ashes, a city where one single fire changed history forever, and where some of the world's tallest buildings now touch the clouds. Welcome to Chicago. At first glance, it looks like another modern American city filled with glass towers and busy streets, but spend just one day here, and you'll discover a place with stories hiding behind every building, every bridge, every neighborhood. This isn't just a city, it's a city that refused to stay down. Today we're going to experience Chicago, not as tourists, but as travelers searching for its soul. The first thing you'll notice is the skyline. Chicago doesn't simply have tall buildings. It has buildings that change architecture forever. Many people don't realize that after the Great Chicago Fire of 1871 destroyed much of the city, Chicago had an opportunity that few cities ever get to start almost from scratch. Instead of rebuilding the old way, architects dreamed bigger, much bigger. New engineering ideas were born here. Steel frames replaced heavy stone walls. Buildings climbed higher than anyone had imagined possible. In many ways, Chicago became the birthplace of the modern skyscraper. As you walk through downtown, every building seems to compete with the next. Glass reflects the clouds. Historic towers stand beside futuristic designs. And somehow, everything fits together. It's a city that constantly reminds you that ambition can become architecture. Now look beyond the skyline. Watch the highways, the trains, the bridges lifting over the river. Chicago is always moving. Millions of people pass through the city every day. For over a century, Chicago has been one of America's greatest transportation hubs. Railroads connected the East and the West. Highways spread in every direction. Airplanes arrive from every continent. Some people stay for a lifetime. Others only pass through. Yet everyone leaves with a story. Movement is part of Chicago's personality. The city never seems to pause. Even standing still, you somehow feel surrounded by motion. And then there's the giant silver bean, officially called Cloudgate. It's one of the world's most recognizable public artworks. At first, it looks simple, just polished steel. But walk closer, and something magical happens. The city bends around you, the sky curves, people become tiny reflections. Everyone smiles, everyone stops, everyone pulls out a camera. Some artworks are meant to be looked at. This one invites you to become part of it. It quietly reminds us that perspective changes everything. Depending on where you stand, Chicago becomes a completely different city. But buildings don't make a city. People do. Walk through Chicago long enough, and you'll hear dozens of languages. Meet families whose grandparents arrived generations ago, alongside newcomers building fresh dreams. Every neighborhood feels like its own small world. One street smells like fresh Italian bread. Another is filled with Mexican music. Turn another corner, and you'll discover Polish bakeries, Greek restaurants, Chinese markets, African festivals, and communities from nearly every part of the world. Chicago isn't one culture, it's hundreds living together. The city feels confident, hardworking, and surprisingly welcoming. People move quickly, but if you ask for directions, many will happily stop to help. There's a quiet pride here, not loud, not flashy, just genuine. Part 5. When the sun goes down, 5:50 to 7:10, show Chicago at sunset. Night skyline, bridges, Riverwalk, lights. Then evening arrives and Chicago changes. The glass towers begin reflecting orange skies. The river becomes a ribbon of lights. The streets glow, restaurants fill. Music escapes from open doors. Boats quietly cruise beneath illuminated bridges. From above, the city looks almost unreal. Every window becomes another tiny star. Night doesn't slow Chicago down. It gives the city another personality, more relaxed, more romantic, more mysterious. It's the kind of place where simply walking beside the river can become the highlight of your entire trip. Then comes one of Chicago's greatest surprises, the beach. Yes, a beach right beside one of America's biggest cities. Lake Michigan stretches so far into the distance that many visitors think they're looking at the ocean. The water seems endless. People swim, play volleyball, ride bicycles, read books under the sun. Some come simply to watch the waves. It's one of the few places where skyscrapers stand only minutes away from sandy beaches. The contrast is unforgettable. One moment, you're surrounded by steel and glass. The next, your feet are in the sand. Few cities in the world balance urban life and nature quite like Chicago. Chicago also has its own personality. People here take food seriously. Deep dish pizza isn't just dinner. It's practically an institution. Hot dogs come with very specific toppings. Ask for ketchup, and you might get a funny look. Music echoes through the city's history: blues, jazz, gospel. These sounds help shape American culture. Sports aren't just entertainment, they're family traditions. Victories are celebrated for generations. Defeats are remembered just as long. Chicago wears its identity proudly, not because it's perfect, but because it's authentic. Chicago isn't just a collection of famous landmarks. It's resilience after tragedy, creativity after destruction, movement without losing identity. A place where history stands beside innovation, where cultures meet, where every neighborhood tells a different story, and where every visitor leaves seeing something unique. Maybe that's why so many people fall in love with the city, not because Chicago tries to impress you, but because it simply stays true to itself. And perhaps that's what makes it unforgettable. If you ever get the chance, don't just visit Chicago, walk it, listen to it, taste it, feel it. Because some cities are meant to be seen, but Chicago is meant to be experienced.